surging fuel prices and over 45 billion naira in outstanding airline debts. We explore the government's ambitious plans for airport upgrades and aerospace development and maintenance hubs. Its efforts to position Nigeria as West Africa's aviation hub by 2030, and the policies aimed at improving air safety, passengers' experience, and foreign investment confidence. And of course, I know what a lot of people have been talking about. As soon as the word got out about the plans to upgrade airports in Lagos, in fact, those people are saying even the most minute thing as airport Wi-Fi we do not have. Let's get some questions now. We have the minister's response to concerns from citizens and operators on ticket prices too, flight delays, and the survivor of local airlines in a turbulent economy. Minister Festus Keyamo, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, is live for us in our studio. Welcome to the program, Minister.
Thank you, Seun.
It's good to see you
again.
Thank you so much indeed. I mean, I needed to clear. As soon as the information about you coming, a lot of people were asking questions. Why is it that we cannot have Wi-Fi? Nigeria is perhaps the only international airport across in most parts of Africa, not to talk of Europe, America, and the UK, that doesn't have Wi-Fi in the airport. Why?
Well, it's a number of factors. But when I came into office, I saw that state, that situation on the ground. And the first situation I tried to solve was an argument between two of my agencies who was going to take care of Wi-Fi. There's an agency called NAMA, Nigerian Airspace Management Agency. And they say, well, if you look at the law of NAMA, it says NAMA is in charge of all navigational equipment, radio communication, blah, 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 at the airport. And so NAMA felt, well, that is my responsibility to take care of Wi-Fi. Now, FAN, another of my agency, Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria, was arguing that, look, it is part of the infrastructure at the airports. And FAN, by law, is imbued with the powers to take care of all infrastructure at the airport. So they say Wi-Fi is part of infrastructure. So this argument went back and forth. They were, writing letters and back and forth to me. In fact, because somebody has to take responsibility. And it has to be in the budget of that particular agency. If it's not in your budget, you can't do anything, is it? There's no way you can do it. So until last year, because I met a budget on the ground, 2023 budget, that did not take care of it, and I came towards the end of 2023. 2024, I finally decided last year, I said, you know what? Fine, leave this, let NAMA be in charge of Wi-Fi. So I took that executive decision last year. So NAMA now is in charge of Wi-Fi. But then the 2024 budget had been passed. And so there was no way we could implement anything because everything has to be budgetary at that point. But in 2025 budget, you go and look at it, we have put some money for the major infrastructure, because you need infrastructure for Wi-Fi to operate, for Wi-Fi to work. You need, certain things you need to put all over the place for Wi-Fi to work. And we have put that in the budget of 2025. So we hope before the end of 2025, for the airport that's not being upgraded, which is the Terminal 2, we will have functional Wi-Fi in Terminal 2. But for Terminal 1, we cannot do anything there now because that airport is coming down for total rebuild.
So, and I was going to also borrow some kind of leverage that we could use as a country, because this is about our country. People come into our country and immediately they want to communicate. They don't have the lines to be, the telecommunication SIM cards to operate immediately. But when you are in the airport and you have Wi-Fi, you can easily communicate. I was going to say, is it possible for your ministry to reach out to the MTNs, the Airtels of this world, the Globacom of this world, the Etisalat of this world? And I know Globacom Globacom makes, is like a Nigerian own, Mr. Adenuga and the rest of them, and even MTN, they want to represent and be a truly Nigerian company. We could partner with them. Your ministry could partner with them, and there could be a joint agreement between all of the telecoms to provide free Wi-Fi for the Nigerian people. Don't you think that's a way to go?
So some have reached out to us, not only them, private sector participation, PPP, and we are working out the details now. We have done some kind of tests. Before, there was this government provision through what they call these government Wi-Fi people. forgotten them, before we just came into office. And I remember at that time, I didn't know I was going to be Minister of Aviation or Minister of Labour. I remember that thing came to cabinet. And I was arguing at that time in cabinet. I remember that particular day, I raised my hand and I told the late Buhari, I said, look, it's not working. There was arguing that. I said, look, I cannot lie to myself because I passed through the airport and we must be honest with the Nigerian people. So I raised my hand in cabinet that day. I said, look, sir, the Wi-Fi's are not working because you see a fan Wi-Fi there, supposedly provided by a government agency, what they call them, if you remember, and I said, it's not working. And so I will not come here and deceive Nigerians. I said, no, go and check that Wi-Fi is not working. They are pressing their phones, it's not working. That's why we need to provide pure fiber or high-speed network for them to, because that's how we see all over the world, not the type that is epileptic. There's one particular one now provided by government. You see fan 1, fan 2. It's not working. So this is exactly the state of situation I have told you. I'm being honest about.
So before the end of the year,
we should
at the Lagos airport.
At the Lagos airport.
What about Abuja, Port Harcourt,
all
Kano?
of the internationals.
Internationals.
Yeah. I cannot promise the local airport because it's a lot of money. Somebody has to pick the bills. Somebody has to pay for it. But for the international airports, we should have it up and running because it's there in the budget. 2025 budget.
What kind of spirit came down on your ministry that you thought that you want to do a 7.12 billion naira worth of renovation of the Muritala International Airport in Lagos? I mean, the argument is that at this time in our lives, are we going to spend that sum of money for airport renovation? Does that make sense?
Okay, now, first of all, let me give special thanks to the president on this. This is, complete credit to Mr. President, who is very foresighted, very visionary, and he approved this project. He thought we should do it. Now, let me tell you this. You are a Nigerian, and I'm sure millions listening to me this night, they are Nigerians. They travel all over the world. If you pass through their old terminal, the one built in 1979 by the Obasanjo military government, I mean, I want to ask a rhetorical question. You are seated here, you travel. Are you proud of that airport? The roof, they are leaking. The roof is, so many parts of the roof are leaking. The place is totally decrepit. Some are smelling. You see people even selling Indomie. As you are coming, you see all kinds of, kiosks and workshops there. You see old tires on the ground. You see collapsing ceilings. You see carousels are not working. The carousel, because their parts are not in the market again. Those lifts and carousels, those things that bring out the bags, when they were put there, they were modern equipment at that time, but their parts have gone out of the market since. The place is totally decrepit. And this has been going on for so many years. Many governments have been thinking of, making sure that they bring it up to world standard. Not only that, Sheon, let me also explain something else. As it is today, you cannot land in Lagos and try to connect an international flight maybe to Ghana. Maybe you take Airpeace, because Airpeace can connect you from Lagos, okay, now, and then from Lagos you take another Airpeace to Ghana. So, so that is what they call, a hub, a proper hub. Lagos is not a hub. But that was the plan from 1977 when it was designed, and then 79 when it was commissioned. You cannot process one passenger from one terminal to the other terminal. So all of that has stunted the growth of aviation in Nigeria over the years. So Mr. President thought that this was a proper time to address this issue once and for all, especially as this government promised Nigeria major infrastructural upgrades across Nigeria from, of course, the savings we're having now from the removal of subsidies and the floating of the Naira. And aviation stands atop the agenda of Mr. President. The first thing he did before I talked to you, because you must give me time to explain this.
Absolutely.
The first thing Mr. President did in aviation, when we came, you remember we had a backlog of more than $900 million, old foreign airlines, trapped funds. Many of them threatened to stop flying to Nigeria unless their debts are paid. Mr. President cleared all of that within 6 months. Just go to IATA website, just Google IATA and their comments about Nigeria. You see, they were full of praise for Nigeria. So the confidence came back, to Nigeria. Foreign airlines and investors, the confidence came back that Nigeria, of course, was also rising in liquidity. Now, what we are trying to do in Lagos now is to make Lagos, one, a very modern international airport, and 2, to make it a proper hub, to begin at least to compete with other hubs in Africa. We have hubs in Cairo, Egypt. We have hubs in Casablanca. We have hubs in Ethiopia, Addis Ababa. We have hubs. Even South Africa has a hub. Angola here now has a hub. With their tag airline, you can transit in Angola to South America, Brazil, or Portugal. But Nigeria has no hub. So we want to now build this, completely pull down that Terminal 1. So let me explain that we have 2 terminals in Lagos. That old building, if you're approaching the airport to that long stretch of road, there's one big building facing you with the Murtala Mohammed Airport boldly written. That is Terminal 1.
That's the one you are pulling down.
That's the one we are pulling down.
Not the one Buhari commissioned.
No, that one is Terminal 2 on the right. As it is today, we are using boats. Why? Because even the one Buhari commissioned cannot take our passengers. So we have to now use a wing of Terminal 1 to complement. In fact, we have used 2 wings to complement the new one. You know, it was when we came into office, remember that the new terminal, even though commissioned by Buhari, if you remember, was not functional. Why was it not functional? There were a few design errors that the airline said they were not moving there. In fact, they were adamant that I now gave an ultimatum. If you remember, I gave an ultimatum, and all the civil servants told me, sir, it's not going to work because there were design errors. They're not going to grab you, and all that nonsense. And they said, first of all, you know that wide bodies cannot come in there. Those double aisle, aircraft. They cannot come to anchor. Why? They are design errors. You went to build them when things are, major hangars are blocking the apron or the taxiway into that airport. We're going to pull all that down and expand that apron. And so that airport now can properly take big body aircrafts.
Now, the Terminal 2.
The Terminal 2. When we that, because not only pulling down Terminal 1 to rebuild, we're expanding Terminal 2 and its aprons. What are we doing in Terminal 2 again? If you walk into Terminal 2 now, which is even the new one, we are still touching the new one, spending so much money on it. If you walk into the new terminal now, what do you notice? You have passed through there. You have to now take your bags up to departure. So when you arrive, it's not going straight to departure. And that's a design error all over the world. There's no airport you are coming in to in the whole world where you have one door. But there's only one door. What if there's a stampede? How can you have one entrance into a big international airport? But there's only one entrance. If you go to all international airports, you see more than 7 entrances. We say even the old one.
As you're being dropped off,
you see different doors, different entrances.
A, B, C, D, and...
Even the old one, if you remember the old one, Terminal 1, if you remember, picture it, you have different doors.
You have the Qatar,
exactly.
The BA,
God
and
bless
all of
you. You have the picture in your head. Picture this new one, only one door. How? So now, and then when you walk, like I said, when you drive in, you have to now go climb up with your bags, haul them either through the lift or escalator. And God will forgive you if it's not working. You have to then physically climb the stairs with your bags. So now, once you pass the army checkpoint now, there's an army checkpoint just before the airport. We are now designing a bridge. Immediately after the army checkpoint, you are going to veer off the road, and then a bridge will begin to climb that takes you straight to the second floor of that new terminal. So that takes you straight to now departure. We are putting a bridge there. It takes you to departure. Do you understand me? And so you come down there.
There'll be a drop-off.
A drop-off.
But now you usually drop off. You drop off at one car park.
At one car park.
That takes you,
and then you have to haul your bags up. So now it will just pass that bridge will just pass by the door, by that glass frame of that second floor. And so you now do you now stop there and then walk in straight into departure.
So describe to us.
That bridge goes round. That bridge goes round. It's a circular bridge. It goes round again.
Did you design a train service within it?
No, that one is coming aside because that red line. It's not contained in this bill of quantities. But that red line, that's a separate one that we are doing with PPP. You see the red line coming from Lagos that stops at Ikeja bus stop. That red line will now extend through that filling station, that Jeep you are saying, is it a Jeep filling station? Through the old GAT, through Babalaki's the airport there.
Terminal.
The Bicotney. And all the way through the Air Force to the international. So we are connecting it so that from international you can come down, enter that train, and you see yourself at Ikeja bus stop all the way.
All right.
That's the grand plan we have.
So, now, tell us, Minister, because we would like to know.
Just to tell you,
okay,
it is not a refurbishment.
Or renovation.
I'm just explaining what we are doing.
It's a rebuilding.
Complete. We are tearing it down. Only the pillars will remain, the carcass, the decking. Everything will go. Everything, the floor, everything will go. And they were going to now redesign. Total redesign.
How long will this take? How many years?
22 months.
So it's going to be shortly after this government have gone out of office.
22 months. Complete 22 months.
Okay, no, that's 22 months will just be just about when the president. So this president is likely to commission it. Is that the plan?
Most likely to commission it before our second term begins.
So what do you think will be special in this new Terminal 1 when it's completed?
Now, what is special is this. We are now making it a smart airport.
Okay.
So when they see this kind of money, I told people this morning, when I brought out a statement, I said, just simply, you don't need to do big research. Just pick your phone as you are then at home. Just Google the cost of the new airport, and not even building a new airport, remodeling and refurbishment. Oliver Tambo in South Africa is $1.2 million.
Kotoka International Airport is $274 million in expansion.
Yes, depending on the scope. Now they are not rebuilding; they're just expanding, adding one more wing to it. Oliver Tambo is $1.2 million. Angola Airport is $3.5 million. 3.5 billion. Sorry, I'm talking about billion. Oliver Tambo, $1.2 billion. Angola, $3.5 billion. Cambodia, about $1.5 billion. JFK, it's about $9-something billion. They are doing expansion. We all passed through New York. JFK, $9-something billion. So this is, and people
in dollars,
think that
what is our own in dollars?
It's less than $500 million. It's less than $500 million.
So that's why I'm asking, what is special in this one? What makes, so you say it's going to be a smart airport?
It's much far cheaper to tell you all of these things I explained now. And we are getting less than $500 million. It's a steal. This is just a steal. Because our Bureau for Public Procurement, don't forget that it's not the ministry, it's not me. So people don't think that no, it's not me that sat down to do this. We have an agency of government, people know how government works. It's the Bureau for Public Procurement. That bureau has experts, engineers, quantity surveyors, everything. They look at your bill of quantities and begin to argue line for line with you. And so it's the Bureau for Public Procurement that approves money, figures, not ministry. They are the ones that approved and brought it to us and said, we have looked at their bill of quantities and this is the best amount we can get for the country. And kudos to the DG there. I think they did an exceptional work to get this kind of money
and amount
for Nigeria.
When is it starting?
Anytime from now, the FEC has passed it. Once we finish all the, issue letters and all that, so our monies are released and we start. But then, listen. So now we are going to get a brand new building, apart from building Wing E and D of the Terminal 1, because Terminal 1 has Wing E and D. We're not going to put a connecting building in between the new one. That is the one.
So it's a seamless one.
So now, we want to process passengers. So this new building will now be a processing point where when you land Nigeria and you fly into, for example, the Terminal 2, you can then be processed without stamping out into Nigeria. As it is today, nobody can come to Nigeria and join another international airline without having a Nigerian visa. But you need a visa to pass through Addis Ababa. You don't need a visa to pass through Cairo. You don't need a visa to pass through Casablanca. Why? Because they have proper transit hubs where you don't have to come out. They will process you, take you to the next terminal, either by train or and then you board the other flight. This is what we want to do in Nigeria now. So what do Nigerians, what do they want? Some they tell me, Keyamo, you travel around the world. Don't you see airports? What's our airport? Now we want to do it. You are complaining. We want to meet international standards.
What about the transportation between the terminals? I don't know how wide is it going to be? Because
look at various countries now. There are two types of transportation. Sometimes you walk very long corridors. You see them. You walk corridors to go to the next terminal. Other times you see these rolling things at the middle of the air. We're going to put all of that. There are some that are in some other.
But it won't be big enough for you to have intra-airport mini coaches, trains that takes you.
Well, that will happen if we connect the local
with the
to the international. with the red line that we are talking with the investors right now over there. That's a separate issue. But these are the big plans we have. The very big plans we have.
All right.
For the whole of that ecosystem.
Now, Minister, a lot of Nigeria, and this is Nigeria's money, and every Nigerian has a right,
absolutely,
to be able to express themselves on this, because there are a lot of Nigerians who think that we don't have that kind of money. And if government is spending this kind of money, there needs to be a lot of answers to the questions that they're asking. Now, I'd like to read to you, and I made comparison of what the upgrade in Kotoka International Airport with $274 million US expansion at Bali International Airport, Africa's busiest hub, and how much they spent. Nigeria has spent over 300 billion naira on airport projects since 2015, but yet passenger experience and global ranking remain low. What would be different this time to ensure value for money?
It's very simple. Now, Lagos is our major gateway. Lagos accounts for 67% of the entire passengers coming into and out of Nigeria. Lagos alone. All the other airports, they struggle to share the other numbers. So for now, I have told you that we want an airport now that can, first of all, take more aircraft, because the new airports, that Terminal 2 now, the apron will be extended. So we can invite more aircraft and more international aircraft, and even the local operators that are yearning to start their international routes. Because our major focus really is to empower these local operators so that they can begin to challenge on these international routes. But these local operators, they must have very good local and domestic airports, what they call, their home hub to operate from. Can we, for example, give our flag carriers now a very good hub to operate from? No, we cannot. They cannot, and it's limiting their capacity to go international and to also carry transit passengers. It's limiting the capacity of local airlines. So we are also going to empower the local airlines by doing this, because once we do this, the local airlines can then begin their international, flights.
Just like Delta is in Atlanta, Lufthansa is in Frankfurt.
Correct.
And United is in New York.
Correct. You cannot, for instance, Ibom Air cannot, for instance, say now that they will pick passengers from other parts of Africa, bring them to Lagos, process them, and take them to Senegal. They cannot. Without the passengers going through the rigor of saying they want to go and get Nigerian passports first, Nigerian visas to come to Nigeria, they will stamp out and go to another terminal to go and start looking for a new flight to travel out of Nigeria. So all of that is going to change by this. Like I said, I'm telling you that we are now going to have an airport that is futuristic. We are going to have an airport that within the next 20 years, you will not see a situation where we are going to go beyond the capacity, because we are going to take care of also expected growth in passenger traffic.
So how is this being funded? Through
the Renewed Hope Infrastructural Fund.
Okay.
So it is a special fund. It's not the budget.
It's not in the budget.
It's not the budgetary kind of, expenditure that we take.
So it's in the infrastructure fund.
Special infrastructure fund.
Is it borrowed?
No, that is the money you are getting from
it's in the pot. Yeah.
That's what you are getting for removal of subsidy, removal of floating of the naira. So our reserves are rising. Our liquidity, is rising.
But again,
when we told Nigerians, at the beginning that these decisions are important for massive infrastructural upgrade across the country, this is the effect that they are seeing. And guess what? This is an enabler for economic growth. I hope you know that.
Yeah.
Somebody will sit down somewhere and say, what do you mean? Airport is there. In fact, someone comment today, somebody was saying that, what do you need the airport upgrade for, where people cannot eat food and all that? These are the enablers for economic growth. Without this, in fact, some international airlines, they will threaten to stop flying to your country when you don't have a good airport, a good runway, because it affects even insurance. Don't forget that, it affects insurance of our local airline. Because when they say you're flying to Nigeria and there's not much security, the runways are not good, the terminals are not good, insurance will go up. Insurance will go up because they'll say, well, that place is not safe for you to fly to. So it affects the whole ecosystem.
Let's think about as a business person.
Yes.
If you are spending over 700 billion naira into an infrastructure upgrade or infrastructure, you look at what could be a return on investment. Did you do a breakdown?
In 3 years, we'll get our money back.
How?
From Lagos. We make about 200 and something billion.
Every year?
Yes. In 3 years, we get it in Lagos alone. But that is the money we are using to take care of other airports across the country. Only Lagos, Abuja, and Canada Bible. All of these monies we're now using it to take care of all the other run diesel, pay staff, and all that. They are running at a loss.
I hope that this is going to be on renewable or alternative energy.
We have it in the BOQ.
Yeah.
We have a field, what they call what's it called? The
no.
Renewable energy. I mean this what they put on it.
Okay, solar.
Sorry.
Solar.
I'm just just forgetting. The solar field. By this BOQ.
That powers the building.
Yes, you have a full solar.
So that
that's an alternative source of energy.
So you get into toilets, there's no even water to flush when the international.
But they were complaining before. Now,
the ACs are not working. You enter into Nigeria and there are no cleaning.
Don't forget that the ACs we used that time, the parts are no longer in the market. And over the years, we have been doing what they call patch jobs. We'll just pull down something, we'll just match it up.
Minister,
wait. Over the years, we'll be doing patch jobs. I'm sure you saw it. We'll remove one part of the tile. You see different color of tiles just to make sure people are passing. You will see the toilets are not working. The people are complaining that the ACs are not working, central ACs, carousels are not working, lifts are not working. So instead of doing patch job, pull everything down and bring brand new equipment that you can have the parts in the market for the last 20 years.
Minister, I wanted to beg you, is it possible you and your fellow ministers whose ministry take care of every aspect of the airport, that we reduce the bodies that we see, agencies? You enter into the bathroom as an international passenger, you see people waiting to beg you for money. As soon as you're landing from the air, people are begging you for money. Literally, it is embarrassing. When you come with friends, and I think that too much human contact is really causing us...
Was I not here in your program when we rolled out measures? We as Aviation rolled out measures to curtail the activities of these other people at the airport agencies. It's time.
It has not changed.
Yeah, but it's time.
Minister, when you said it here,
we need intelligence.
Now you're back here, but it's not working.
We need intelligence, but some have tried to change, but not all, because we need interagency cooperation.
And to be frank with you, Minister, we do not need physical NDLA officers at the airport.
I'm not talking about NDLA.
They are just DSS. Do we need them at the airport? NDLA?
No, perhaps it's that police manner of operation. We need them. Because don't forget that the nation also needs security. What we are trying to do is to streamline operations in a way that passengers are not embarrassed. Like, for example, I said that we are trying to introduce a TSA. And that is what the new airport will bring in because of these heavy security machines that will come in. We cannot put them down in this old airport. When they come, you now have a TSA. That's a single check for all the agencies. They can be in one room. NDLA, DSS, immigration and all. And they see everything passing through the machine. So all of them is one-stop shop. So when you now see a suspicious person, you pull him aside and take him to a special room. That's done all over the
world. Yeah, so Minister, that's the reason why I'm asking you. Just remember, Minister.
Perhaps this redesign will also help in building all of those.
So let's be frank with ourselves. And you travel a lot, Minister. Where in the world, even in Dubai, a few years ago, you walk and you don't meet anything. There are unseen security machines that scans through you. So and if you wait around for too long...
them in the new airport now?
Absolutely. Because I'm saying, Minister, and they are here, the heads of the agency. We do not need a physical... You give your passport to more than 5 people. You give it to the DSS officer, immigration, custom, NDLA.
What did I say? I said we want to build a smart airport.
Minister, can you correct this one that is
smart
going on
airport,
right now?
Smart
no,
airport.
We are talking about the one
that will come in
22 months.
What
about this one?
We are trying to streamline
that you'll be giving your passport one after the other. Let's correct the ones that are on ground.
We need an interagency cooperation. It's not aviation. People should not call Keyamo's name.
But that's your house.
No, we
just are the owner of the airport.
I don't have authority.
Immigration.
I don't have authority over this other agency.
Is an ally.
We need the National Security Advisor, who, to his credit, has been trying to rally us.
But tell your colleagues together. That is embarrassing to Nigeria.
Between you and me, let me tell you something now.
Yes.
The last time I spoke on this program, I got angry calls in SD from some agency heads. I'll say it to them on TV. Keyamo, why are you exposing online?
Tell them Nigerians are angry.
I told them so.
Nigerians are angry.
Why you do
We're
that?
embarrassed.
I got calls from agency heads.
Minister,
they say, why are you doing this to us?
Let me ask you. Have you seen what Uriwa says about your plan? That's Human Rights Writers Association of Nigeria. And I quote, the 712 billion naira airport terminal upgrade risks of secrecy, extravagance, and misplaced priorities. It is also questioned the procurement process, and they also went further to say, we challenge the federal government to publish the full bill of quantities, cost breakdown, and engineering designs of this project. What exactly in this revenue, you said not a renovation, justifies the 700 billion? That is the question you really want. Are you able to answer them tonight? It's
tough for everybody to come with your, what they call Freedom of Information Act. It's open.
But are you able to
when we talk to FAIR, it's a whole, you know what to do when you want to.
But you can put it on your website.
50 pages.
No, it's possible. Pages. You can put it on your website.
Or when they come, when they come, any inclusive Nigeria, when we settle down and want to start work, we'll make it open. It's not me. It is the Bureau for Public Procurement that went through all of these.
Minister, we need to go on a break. Yeah. But when we come back, Mr. Festus Keyamo will be talking to us about what has become a major fear for the APC. They are jittery, some say, about the opposition forces in Nigeria, the coalition that we're seeing with the ultimate plan to unseat the Tinubu and the APC government come 2027. Join us again, everyone.
Philomath University is one of the fastest growing private universities in Nigeria, with 100% accreditation in the recent nationwide accreditation of NUC National University Commission across universities in Nigeria. The human resources for the delivery of lectures are excellent, and celebrated professors and doctors with distinction in their various fields. The Chancellor of the university is a man of distinctive character, Professor Ibrahim Gambari, formerly of United Nations and formerly Chief of Staff to President Buhari. Philomath University have intellectuals, vibrant and brilliant students who have won different laurels amongst their peers in universities in Nigeria. Philomath University student won the first female president of the Association of Law Students of all universities in Nigeria. Philomath University has main campus in Kuje, Abuja, and city campus in Maitama, Abuja. Enrollment is on. Don't be left out. Visit www.philomath.edu.ng or call 0912-155-4702, 0706-170-0637.
Unmatched security, timeless elegance, looking for doors that offer ultimate protection without compromising on style? Susre Doors presents Pivot Doors, crafted for luxury and designed for durability. Our exclusive heavy-duty security doors are built to withstand the toughest threats, giving you total peace of mind. Strength, style, and security all in one. Upgrade your home today. Call us now or visit our showroom. Susre Doors, securing your world.
And cable, great quality, now with the new look.
In the heart of Africa's largest economy, a silent transformation is unfolding. At the center of it all is Conga Group, an ecosystem of innovation, commerce, and capability.
Our goal was simple yet ambitious: to build robust infrastructure that simply connects our customers and our merchants, offering our customers greater variety while creating wealth and new opportunities for our merchants.
Our edge isn't just tech, it's about national execution every day. Conga Health, where science meets beauty.
We are the engine behind Conga's nationwide delivery power.
We are redefining commerce in Nigeria, connecting millions of buyers and sellers through a secure, trusted, and scalable marketplace.
Conga Corporates serves the needs of corporates, delivered at the right price, at the right time, with peace of mind.
Conga Pay, a fintech built on integrity for seamless transactions for merchants and everyone.
Conga Radio and TV, connecting brands to their target audience and markets.
With Conga, what can't you do? Conga Group, the e-commerce group you trust.
In the beating heart of Owerri, business never sleeps. From sunrise to sundown, the wheels keep turning. And behind the scenes, vision meets action. Governor Hope Uzodima's leadership has turned manifestos into reality. Transformations that feels like a miracle. But progress needs peace, and in Imo, it's not left to chance. From land to sky to river deep, Guardians are watching, protecting dreams and opportunity. At Orashi's quiet shore, hydropower is rising, set to energize a growing economy. The change is visible. New roads emerge, industry hums, communities come alive. At the center, a digital revolution. 500,000 young minds trained each year to build the future. As Orashi rises, so does Imo, and the hopes of the hard-working people. A new Imo is on the rise.
Geopolitical storms are shaking markets. Can your leadership hold? From August 18 to 21 at Hilton Leeds, join Texan's impactful 4-day program for just £4,300. That's about 9,890,000 naira. Early bird. Learn from a war survivor, governance expert and innovation leader how to chart calm amidst global storms. This isn't theory, it's real-world readiness. Learn to navigate crisis, build influence, and lead with calm in chaos. Leveraging Texan's tested and tried methodology, comprising simulations, pair dialogue, games, reflection, and strategies you can use during adversity and prosperity, gain resilience that outlasts destruction. In a fragile world, this is your leadership armor. Apply now. Exit at texan.co.uk or +44 7425 88 3791.
So much everyone for staying with us on the program. Our conversation with Minister Festus Keyamo, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, the Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development. I forgot to congratulate you on your recognition on a global stage. Congratulations.
Well, okay, yes, I'm the chairman of the West African Body of Aviation Ministers.
Absolutely, absolutely. We got the news.
That's the BAG group.
Yeah.
The Banjula Cult group.
Yeah. Congratulations. At least you represent Nigeria on that stage.
Thank you.
I was going to ask you quickly before we go into politics about the management of the airports. The local airport in Lagos is concessioned.
No, not the GAT. It is that one is build, operate, and transfer by company.
By company, yeah.
Yes, it's build, operate, and transfer. That one with by company. But the other GAT is not concessioned. The old one, owned by government. They call it one.
Maybe that's why it's badly run.
Well, just to be honest with you, all over the world, governments are no longer running airports. Even Heathrow is not run by the British government again. So the only way to make airports work is to either concession them out, which we have started. We have concession in Enugu. It was part of the approval. People even remember we got that approval too last week. Port Harcourt is on the line. A couple of others on the line. Ibadan may be on the line soon. So people, private sector, they are coming in with their heavy cash to concession. And this is approved by the
I hope you are giving it to professionals.
Oh, yes.
Oh, now we have Mr. Obulesi in the UK.
Oh, yes. You remember he came to see Mr. President?
Yeah.
You remember Mr. President invited him?
Yes.
Mr. President at that level invited him. So we are not blind to all of that.
You're not joking about it?
No.
We are going to do it well.
We are going to do it to professionals to run. And even this one, when we finish building it, we will bring a proposal from Mr. President to get professionals to run it and run it professionally.
And I'm not talking about you and anyone in government. Government are bad managers of infrastructure.
That seems to be a general consensus all over the world, not Nigeria alone. No.
So that's the fear that we spend this kind of money.
It's not bad just because of the bureaucracy.
Yeah, bureaucracy.
For example,
maintenance.
This bulb is bad now. Bulb. I will minute it to Shehu. She will minute it to Tokwe minute it. But the light is bad though. Just get up and change the bulb.
Yeah.
But that fight to change that bulb, we go through 10 offices.
Government bureaucracy.
To change that bulb.
Yeah.
And that's the problem.
It's a disaster if you leave, if you spend that kind of money.
Yes.
So the hopes and ambition of Nigeria Air is gone for now. At least under this Tinubu government.
No, under that model. Under that particular model.
Okay.
If we see very good models across the world that benefits Nigeria and for Nigerians, we'll be open to talk.
Okay.
And a few are talking with us already.
All right. To revitalize the idea of Nigeria Air.
Of a national carrier, not the word Nigerian Air. A national carrier.
A national carrier.
Yeah, it's not totally gone. However, governments are divesting. Don't forget that the national carrier model we are going to have, let me be clear today, is not government putting money into it. It's a national carrier because it's our heritage. We are giving it out. It's something that we are selling. We are selling it. We're selling the name, a national carrier, and our route.
Just like British Airways, which is not necessarily owned by the British government.
Correct.
And you have Delta representing America,
absolutely,
and not necessarily owned by the government.
They are flag carriers.
Flag carriers
of the American
government. Don't we have current, like the Airpeace of this world?
They are very good flag carriers. That is why I personally intervened in the Heathrow. You have not congratulated me.
That's what. After Mr. Oyema and yourself, congratulations on. Nigeria.
Just
after those troubles in Gap Week.
Watch the fares drop in November and December. Watch fares drop because that's a major hub where we have taken them to. We are taking them to Heathrow. Heathrow, they can properly.
So the competition is going to be there.
Exactly. People can then buy Airpeace. Airpeace can now properly interline too and share code with big airlines around the world, because you can only share code if you guys meet at a particular point in the world. Then you can then pass your passengers over to the other airline.
Because we have some very critical issues also to address. The situation with Lufthansa, I'm very sure you understand what happened, where they went to the airport, dropped some passengers, left them.
We gave a no-term. A no-term means that, look, we were closing a part of the runway. We gave them, so it was their fault. They should have known.
It was Lufthansa's fault.
Yes, they should give them notice. All other airlines.
Are they held responsible for that?
It was not only them now. That we give that it's affected. It affected everybody. No time means, look, when you have a small problem, it happens in America everywhere. So nobody should be shouting Nigeria. When you have a problem on the part of your runway, you give a no time, you just close it down. Say, look, for 3 or 10 hours or 1 day, we'll be working on this portion of the runway. So please don't come to this point. So if they knew that the runway was short at that point, they should have known in advance to give, not that last emergency thing of dropping passengers and bags. We gave a clear notice to all of them, and I have that notice that FAN gave. So other airlines, why didn't they complain?
What are you doing to Lufthansa? Because there are a lot of rights of citizens that...
We have patched the runway. We did it. It was done within 2 days. And they are back again. The runway is okay now and all that.
But that singular act...
They have a customer, we have a customer director, a customer consumer protection, and they are taking care of that. We take care of that quickly. And let me tell you, refunds are done almost every day. We are just not shouting it, but I want to start shouting it now. We are representing customers, they are refunding customers, they are
late flights,
they are apologizing and refunding.
Erratic nature of airlines.
We want to publish them now.
Yeah, that would be good.
We will publish them.
And I would like to bring to your notice, maybe you do not know, Minister, that airlines will take you, let's assume you're going to Ilorin, for example. They will take you to Mina without your notice. It's when you're landing in Mina, or when you are. I'm telling you, this is not
happened. I'm a minister. I'm a minister of aviation. No, I'm telling you. I hear the public
as passengers.
Let me tell you, it happened in two isolated occasions. And when that video is done on WhatsApp or X, which they call Twitter, it will appear that if the whole world has fallen down. It appeared on 2 occasions. We queried the airline that they should have told the passengers they were going to drop an engineer because there was a stranded aircraft in Enugu. And they needed to drop the engineers there to fix that aircraft, to pick passengers that were also waiting, and they were going to Benin or so. So they took them to Enugu, and we said, look, you should have told them. But let me make this point, and make this point very clearly before Nigerians, who also, some of them, they think that, why they call I too know, that they have traveled around the world. It doesn't happen. All over the world, you only need to tell passengers, I repeat, you only need to tell passengers that what they call 1 stop and 2 stops. Not all flights in the world are direct. Even, I'm talking of local flights. In America, if you're going from New York to Houston, you will see flights to say 1 stop, 2 stops.
But you see it in your booking.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's
why I say you only need to
tell
Minister,
passengers. If you can't, hold on now. Calm down, Minister. Let me ask you a question. I won't calm down.
No.
You need to hold on, Minister. So I can push the question.
I need to make my point.
Go ahead, please.
That it is not peculiar to Nigeria that you have 1 stop or 2 stops. I said it before, you only need to tell the passenger.
Just hold on, Minister. Perhaps what I'm trying to allow you to understand, and the question is this. If you are going to have a stop as a passenger, in your booking, you will know that there is a stop.
Is that not what I'm telling you?
Just hold on, Minister. Let me push the question. I'm talking about you booking, for example, booking a flight from Abuja to Ilorin. And there is no place on your booking that tells you they're going to stop.
I admitted it.
But this happens every time.
No, not every time. It was Minister. 2 give me the statistic. It happened on 2 or 3 isolated occasions, and we took care of that. We queried the airline. I said one example, I won't mention the airline. They were going to Benin, they went to Enugu, and we asked them why. They said they went to drop engineers to fix another aircraft, that the passengers were waiting there too. And we hold on, we queried them. And in such, like I said, we have statistics of people, they do apologies, they do refunds, they do compensation. I said they'll give another free flight. So we work on that.
Yeah. So you know the reason why I'm saying this, I don't bring... Just a moment. Hold on, Minister. No, you should know me by now. I do not bring my personal experience into my interviews.
Yes.
And I'm giving you a practical, personal experience. But I won't go beyond that. Yes. But that is what happened. No notice. They just went straight. They landed, and just before we landed, it said they are landing in Mina. They spent about 20 minutes before they took off. We addressed those situations.
We addressed those situations. As consumer protection, we addressed those situations.
And you know how painful it was? No. Just for a moment, so that people will understand why it is emotional. Just for a moment, Minister, a relative died, and probably a primary relative to the person to be buried, and I missed the burial.
Let me give you an example.
Just how painful it is.
But you have spoken now. Let me talk now.
Go ahead, Minister.
You do know that it happens for safety reasons. We are not defending them. If nothing happened, we call them in. They say there was thunderstorm in Kano. We had to divert to this thing to stop. There was one problem here, we had to divert. And it happens all over the world. Let's not do I too know. As if it's only, once it happens in Nigeria, you will see TikTok, you will see the whole world has followed. It happens all over the world. They divert flights. All you need to do is to take care of the passengers in terms of compensation, refund, and all kinds of things. You take care of them. But don't say that when it happens in Nigeria.
Defend more Nigerians than defend your
But I'm telling you so.
Just remember,
that it happens.
What will happen to fares? Are you able to bring down the prices, local flight fares?
We are working on that. Well, let me tell you why we're working on that. And it will soon happen. The airlines now, because of the deft policies of this government, where they now have access to aircraft leasing. Let me give you a very happy news. In the next few days, I'm not talking of weeks, the first dry lease is arriving in Nigeria. For 3 times less the price than they used to hire the aircraft. They have considered Nigeria safe now for such investments.
For dry lease agreement.
Yes, and we are going to make it public, so I will not make the airline mention. I will not mention the airline, but I will be there to celebrate it. The first, and it's coming from Dublin, I had to give a personal guarantee. They looked at our record and they said that minister has been very serious about enforcing the Cape Town Convention. And because my personal guarantee mattered, I went around the world and gave personal guarantee. And in this particular case, guess what? They said, we want to hear from the minister whether you are credible. I wrote a letter on behalf of that airline. I said they are credible. And I give a guarantee that they will not default. And even if they default, I will give you your aircraft back. They gave them the dry lease.
Thank you so much, Minister,
for
that.
Now,
that will affect
the fares are going to nosedive. First, international, because of SS now, to international routes, and then local airlines. Yeah. Local aircraft, they will be more competitive.
All right. Minister, give me another moment. We need to take a break, and when we come back, don't forget Atiku, Erufai, and the rest. Amechi also. They say they know the APC so well, and they will chase them out of town. We'll hear what Festus Keyamo will say to this after this break, everyone.
security, timeless elegance, looking for doors that offer ultimate protection without compromising on style, Susre Doors presents pivot doors, crafted for luxury and designed for durability. Our exclusive heavy-duty security doors are built to withstand the toughest threats, giving you total peace of mind. Strength, style, and security all in one. Upgrade your home today. Call us now or visit our showroom. Susre Doors, securing your world.
I'm thinking of also running for class president, Captain Excellence.
But I thought Nkechi was already running and she's your friend. Why not support her?
Well, she's a girl. The boys won't vote for her, and they will bully the other girls if they try to make her win.
Ahmed, why do you think that way? Just because she's a girl doesn't mean she's any less qualified. We need to treat everyone equally.
But Captain Excellence, it's just how it is. Girls usually don't win this kind of election.
That's exactly why we need to take action. Equality means treating every person fairly without discrimination.
You're right, Captain Excellence. One small action a day can make a big difference for life.
Supporting someone based on their merits rather than their gender, friendship, or background can help us build a better society.
Nkechi is actually the best candidate for the job. I will support her.
And cable, great quality, now with the new look.
Thanks so much everyone for staying with us on the program. Mr. Festus Keyamo has been speaking with us. So the opposition is getting stronger by the day, and the ADC platform is there. So, Minister, Nigeria's living through 33% inflation rate, 1,500 exchange to the dollar, rising food, some food of prices have gone down. But many say government reforms have brought pain without gain, visible ones. How does this Tinubu administration stand or respond to the widespread frustration? And that is what the opposition is using to say, we'll send you guys out of town.
Okay, they know us very well. We also know them very well. They are not strangers to us, so we know them very well. And some of these tactics that they are using is what they call, 419. People they use, 419 boys, they used to prosecute them. I was an EFC prosecutor. They have formats, 419 formats. The format they are using is expired. The 419 experts format that the ADC they are using and the so-called coalition is expired format. So Nigerians know them. Nigerians know those formats already. You can't use those formats to deceive Nigerians. Reeling out figures, picking up isolated incidents of some, indices and using it for generalization, hasty generalization. Nigerians know them very well. And we know them very well. I saw one of them huffing and puffing one day on one of your programs, huffing and puffing that he wants to rescue. That person displays wealth every day, puts 500 cars in his garage and all that, and he's telling Nigerians he wants to rescue them. And you think Nigerians, even if they are disappointed with us, we now rely on that person. We now trust that kind of person and his ilk to hand over power to them. The real question going forward is whether we have gotten the macroeconomics right. Guess what? It is the macroeconomics that will now lead to more jobs, to pulling down inflation. The inflation rate is coming down. The naira has been steady. The exchange rate has been steady. Foreign reserves are rising. Government revenues are rising. These are indices of a healthy economy. Then guess what? It will now begin to trickle down. It is the trickle-down effect that we finally free up spaces for jobs, that we put money in the pockets of people. Guess what? All of these old tax I'm using, you say prices. What was yam last year? What was yam this year? Is expired formats. If it's about prices, has prices been stable since 1960? Has prices been stable since 1970? Is the normal rise you have?
Minister,
no, hold on. I mean, you must give me this time.
These people are not,
give me 5 minutes.
Are not the ones on the street.
We have 5 minutes.
They are not the Nigerians who are campaigning and protesting on the street, Minister.
Don't interrupt me.
No, I need to ask you the question.
We know them very well.
But they are not the only.
See, you said they are getting stronger. Is APC getting weaker? I'm asking you.
We saw the same thing.
Is APC getting weaker? Let me tell you.
PDP was getting stronger in 2015.
You know, the president called them coalition of confusion people. Confused coalition. That's what the president called them. I have little time, but I would have broken it down to you, this program, that they are going nowhere.
How do you mean?
In terms of the demography. You know, you must call me a political Nostradamus at this time. Nostradamus. Because don't forget that I have been back-to-back chief spokesperson to 2 presidents. And I know the demography very well. If anybody claims to know that demography, and on this your program, go and play back my tapes. I told you exactly what was going on in 2019 in terms of where we're going to lose, where we're going to win the numbers. In 2023, I told you exactly what was going to happen. Play back my tapes on this program. So you can call me a Nostradamus, a political. I told you. And we have looked at we are going to work hard. So this is not a program of chest beating and all that. No. We like what is happening. I like what is happening. They are putting us on our toes. So it's going to make us work harder. But the numbers are not looking good for them. I'll tell you something. This so-called edits they are forming, whoever they bring, I want to give you a small expo, but it's an expo that will not help them. Either way, in 2023, do you know, what they are working on is that they want to bring Peter Obi and Atiku together, and so join those numbers. And so if they join those numbers, it beats our 8.4 million votes. Zebudaya will say, foul. Let me tell you why it is wrong. Peter Obi, if you make him the deputy to Atiku, there were 3 demographic factors that delivered Peter Obi in 2023. Let me tell you those 3 demographic factors that in fact, 3 will collapse. 1, the other candidates were Muslims. And so there was only 1 Christian candidate. So the whole Christian demography went to 1 point. The second demography that was that the Southeast felt cheated, and so the Southeast all went to 1 point because of that demography of only 1 Igbo man, only 1 Christian. And the third demography, of course, the obedient young Nigerians coming up who felt they were angry, they wanted a younger person and all of that. All the other candidates were older than him. So those 3 demography delivered that 6 million vote he had in 2023. Once you make Obi the deputy to Atiku, the Christian demography will pull out of that 6 million votes.
But they will not go to Tinubu.
If they remain at political, we are good. No, if they remain at political, we are good. But don't forget that the president also has a pastor who is a wife. A wife who is a pastor. And so that Christian demography will snatch some of them and increase our votes. Don't forget, too, that Southeast demography that supported him, once it's Atiku, they will pull out. They will not support him. They will not. The pastors cannot come out campaigning for an 80-year-old Muslim president. They will not do that. So he will lose that demography. If it is the other way around, you put Peter Obi as the candidate, and you put Atiku cannot even be the vice to start with because he has done 2 terms as vice president. So he cannot do as vice president again. If you put Peter Obi this time as a candidate, he cannot penetrate the north because we have our structures in the north. We have governors, we have senators, we have all the structures.
And Buhari has died with 12 million votes.
We have the structures there who are Buhari's people in the north.
And those who are speaking Hausa at the barrier, they are no longer following APC.
I will show you tapes of people who are saying that they will follow APC.
We're totally out of
You don't carry tapes to say of a crowd saying that you will not follow APC. We have tapes of people saying they are singing.
Jungle is maturing. We'll see what happens.
It has matured. It has matured.
Festus Keyamo, Senior Advocate of Nigeria and the Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development. Thank you so much indeed for your time today. I appreciate it. And that's our show for tonight, everyone. Many thanks for watching. I'm Sean Kimale. God bless Nigeria.